Hey you guys, I'm Cassie Dilly, and to be totally honest with you, I wasn't sure if this moment would ever come. The moment when after 9 months of radio silence, I would be filming again, but I have decided to be brave enough for YouTube. This might sound a little strange, but I feel like you fellow mamas can understand where I'm coming from. Confidence as a mom is not easy to come by. In fact, it's something that we have to consciously work at if we have any hope of achieving it at all or feeling it ever. Some of you might be wondering where I've been and what I've been up to these past several months, and all I'm really going to say about that for now is that I made some pretty significant life changes that led me to becoming a certified life coach. I knew at the time that I decided to pursue this that I didn't have the bandwidth to do both, the certification program and YouTube. So I made a difficult choice. And now that I've completed the certification, some time and energy are now freed up that I have decided to put back into my channel. The process of coming to these decisions wasn't as clean and simple as it sounds. It definitely has been a journey, one that I am now very excited to be on the other side of. Indecision and fear of the unknown can be enough to keep us from moving forward. So I would like to share with you a few of the key principles that helped me work up the nerve to put myself out there again. Because the truth is, time that has passed, not being in the groove of things, it makes it feel intimidating. Things that were very normal and routine before now aren't. And so it's normal for us to put up some resistance against getting back into things, even if we've done them before in the past. But this channel is important to me. It brings me happiness, and it brings a sense of satisfaction into my life that I really value, and I really just have the desire to do it. I enjoy the process of learning and growth that happens as I create content, and I really enjoy connecting with you, sharing our experiences, and just building each other up. So here I am. The first principle that I'm learning to live by these days is accepting B- work for myself. As a lifelong perfectionist and straight A student, just hearing B- does not sit well with me. My brain has so many objections to this idea, and it can offer up a lot of reasons why B- is never the goal. But I have to admit, as I have slowly started seeing the logic behind the concept of B-, it's felt really good. And when we embrace B- work, we're propelled forward. We are able to decide that something's good enough much sooner. We can recognize that anything above a B- is simply indulging our perfectionism. We're increasing our productivity because we're not spending so much time in the pursuit of perfection. Oftentimes, anything above B- isn't even value that the average person would even recognize. So as I have really embraced this concept more and more, I feel a huge sense of relief. The stress of perfection has led to a lot of anxiety and overwhelm in the past. The pressure to do things perfectly, for me, often translates to indecision and a lack of progress. So here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with A+ work. It looks pretty, it sounds pretty, and there totally may be a time and a place to shoot for that. I've certainly been able to accomplish some things in my life, and I've finished top of my class more times than I can count, but I really had to decide if I wanted to keep living that A+ life. I certainly don't have anything against striving for perfection or working to be the very best at something. I just think we should do it on purpose, because what I've noticed as I let my brain be on autopilot, A+ mode, is that I'm actually having a lot of negative results. If I can't keep up with the demands of my work because I'm going overboard doing everything perfectly, that is not helpful. If I'm feeling overwhelmed because nothing lives up to my standards, that's not really serving me either. And if I'm always questioning my abilities because I feel the need to do it perfectly, there's definitely something wrong with that picture. Or if it's keeping me from posting a video on YouTube, that's not what I want. So that leads us to our second principle, which is confidence. And not just any confidence, but self-confidence. We all question our ability. We do that because we feel the need to do everything perfectly. And if we don't, we know that we're going to feel a negative emotion. And we don't want to feel a negative emotion. Fear, worry, doubt, those are not things that we would like to experience, so we often try to avoid them. But our brains are wired to do this, to constantly find what's wrong. Automatic negative thoughts pop into our minds all day long, so it's no wonder why we don't feel self-confidence. Negative thoughts lead to negative feelings. So the thing that we need to do, instead of subconsciously thinking the negative thoughts, we need to consciously think positive thoughts. And thinking thoughts that create confidence and then believing those things is a skill. A skill that not many of us have. Beliefs are just thoughts that we have thought over and over again. So we can actually start challenging our beliefs about ourselves. We do that by changing the story in our mind. Instead of letting ourselves think, let me make this personal. Instead of letting myself think that I'm not good enough for YouTube, I've been telling myself that I'm ready to do YouTube again. As we start thinking more positive thoughts and believing them, we are more likely to take action. And the best part is that actions increase our capability, and capability increases confidence. So, as we all know, it's not as easy as it sounds. Not only are these negative thoughts automatic, but we willingly give up confidence for the illusion of safety and consistency and security. It's just how our brain is programmed. It wants familiarity and predictability. So I've been in my comfort zone of not creating YouTube videos for quite some time now. It's easy and it's safe and it isn't requiring me to do anything hard or scary. But lately I've let myself consider the possibility of what I could create in the future if I did try. I've spent some time dreaming up what that life could look like, what the videos could look like, what that experience could be for me, and how it could enhance my life. And the more I've thought about this possibility, the more I've started to believe that it could happen. And as I continue to get more and more certain of this possibility, the more confidence I have as I move toward it. Remember, actions increase capability, and capability increases confidence. So as I start brainstorming content again, pulling out my gear, refamiliarizing myself with the whole process, editing on my computer, my capability is growing. And as capability grows, so does confidence. Now, believe it or not, self-confidence is not built on our success and our accomplishments. Thank goodness, or else how would anyone be brave enough to try anything new, right? Self-confidence means being secure in yourself. It doesn't come by knowing you can do something, it comes by knowing that you can trust yourself and handle whatever comes your way. My self-confidence in getting back on here is a reflection of me relying on my belief in myself. I believe that I can handle anything, and I believe that I will show up for myself, even on the days that I don't feel like it, or on the days that I don't think I'm enough. I'll still show up because I am continuously earning self-confidence by trying, by progressing, by making decisions and honoring them. So here I am, you guys. I have decided to be brave enough to try, to commit, and follow through, to keep moving forward, knowing that failure earns success. And I have decided to be brave enough to put out some B- work. I don't know if I'd go that far. Let's shoot for A- work for now. I'm working my way towards B- work. I've decided that my goals, my dreams, and my message are important enough to me to push past the discomfort. They're enough of a priority to not get hung up on endlessly searching for perfection. So what about you? Is there an area of life that could benefit from embracing B-? How will you produce some self-confidence in your life? I would love to hear from you in the comments. I'll see you soon.